Hello, my dear students. Welcome back to the video lesson. I'm Shweta Gupta, your maths teacher. Today, I'm going to teach you lesson 17, part 2. The topic of this part is area. So, let's get started. Children, in the part 1 of this lesson, we have learned about the perimeter of a closed figure. Now, in this part, we will learn about the area of a closed figure. So, first of all, what do we mean by area? Well, the space occupied by a shape or a closed figure is called its area. Or we can say the surface covered by a figure is called its area. Area is measured by small squares called unit squares. We choose the size of the unit square according to the size of the area we wish to measure. Unit squares may have sides of 1 millimeter, 1 centimeter, 1 meter or 1 kilometer. Area of a square of side 1 centimeter is 1 square centimeter, and in short form you can write 1 and SQ for square and cm for centimeter. So 1 square centimeter. In the same way, area of a square of side 1 meter is 1 square meter. Area of a square of side 1 kilometer is 1 square kilometers. Now children, let us learn how to find out the area of a rectangle. Children, we know that rectangle is a quadrilateral in which opposite sides are equal. So, rectangle has 2 length and 2 breadth. So, suppose if the length of a rectangle is equal to 5 centimeter, so 5 squares of 1 centimeter will fit along its length. If the breadth of a rectangle is 4 centimeter, then 4 squares of 1 centimeter will fit along its breadth, right? So, in the figure you can see along the length of the rectangle, how many squares of 1 centimeter side each is fitted? Well, it is 5 squares of 1 centimeter side is fitted along its length, and in the same way 4 squares of 1 centimeter side will be fitted along its breadth, right? So children, the total number of squares is equal to 5 multiplied by 4, or we can say the area of the rectangle is equal to 5 multiplied by 4 square centimeter. Therefore, we come to the formula of the rectangle, formula of the area of a rectangle, which is equal to length multiplied by breadth. So, how do we find out the area of a rectangle? By multiplying its length by its breadth. So, area of a rectangle is equal to length multiplied by breadth. And how do we find out the length of a rectangle if its area and breadth is given? Well, length of a rectangle is equal to area divided by breadth, or we can say area upon breadth. In the same way, if area and length of a rectangle is given, and then how do we find out the breadth of a rectangle? Well, then breadth is equal to area divided by length. Now children, let's come to the area of a square. Children, a square is a special rectangle in which all the sides are equal, right? So, how do we find out the area of a square? Well, area of a square is equal to side multiplied by side. As we know that in a square, all the sides are equal. Children, now you have learned how to find out the area of a rectangle and area of a square. So now let's come to exercise 17b. The first question of this exercise is, the side of each square is 1 centimeter. Find the area of each shaded part. If more than half of a square is shaded, count it as 1. If half is shaded, count it up with another half. If less than half is shaded, ignore. So, we will do the edge part of question number 1. In this figure, we have to find out the area of each shaded part. So, the number of squares which are shaded fully is equal to 6. And the number of squares which are shaded more than half is equal to 4. And we are going to ignore the squares which are shaded less than half. So, the area of the shaded part is equal to 6 plus 4 is equal to 10 square centimeters. Now let's come to the eye part of this question. In this figure, the number of squares which are shaded fully is equal to 3. And the number of squares which are shaded more than half is equal to 5. And we are going to ignore those squares which are shaded less than half. Okay. So, the area of the shaded part is equal to 3 plus 5, which is equal to 8 square centimeter. Now children, let's come to the fourth question of this exercise. Find the area of each rectangle from its length and breadth. So let's do the C part of this question. Here, length is equal to 15 kilometer and breadth is equal to 7 kilometer. So, area of rectangle is equal to length multiplied by breadth, which is equal to 15 multiplied by 7, and that is equal to 105 square kilometer. So, area is equal to 105 square kilometer because length and breadth are given in kilometer. So, the area will be in square kilometer. Let's do the D part of this question. Here, length is equal to 3.7 meter and breadth is equal to 2 meter. So, how we will find out the area? Well, the area of rectangle is equal to length multiplied by breadth. And what is length? Length is 3.7 meter and breadth is 2 meter. So, 3.7 multiplied by 2 is equal to 7.4 square meter. Area of the rectangle is equal to 7.4 square meter. Now children, let's do question number 5. Find the length of each rectangle from its area and breadth. Children, in this question, the area of the rectangle and the breadth of the rectangle is given and we have to find out the length of the rectangle. So we will do the D part of this question. In this question, in this D part, area is given which is equal to 340 square meter and breadth is given which is equal to 70 meter. So we have to find out the length of the rectangle. Length of the rectangle is equal to area of the rectangle divided by its breadth. So length is equal to 340 divided by 17, where 340 is the area and 17 is the breadth of the rectangle. So when we divide 340 by 17, what do we get? We get 20 meter as the length of the rectangle. Now let's come to the sixth question. Find the breadth of each rectangle from its area and length. Now children, here in this question, the area of the rectangle is given and the length of the rectangle is given, and we have to find out the breadth of the rectangle. So how we will find out? Let's see. First, we will do the C part of this question. In this part, area is given, which is equal to 495 square centimeter, and length of the rectangle is given, which is equal to 33 centimeter. So we need to find out the breadth of the rectangle. So breadth of the rectangle is equal to area of rectangle divided by its length. So 495, which is the area, divided by 33, which is the length of the rectangle. When we divide 495 by 33, what do we get? We get 15 centimeter as the breadth of the rectangle. Now children, let's come to question number 7. Find the area of a square of side. The first part is the C part. So in this C part, the square is given and the side of the square is equal to 17 kilometer. So how we are going to find out the area of this square of side 17 kilometer? Let's see. Area of a square is equal to side multiplied by side, and here the side of the square is equal to 17 kilometer. So 17 multiplied by 17 is equal to 289 square kilometers. So area of the square is equal to 289 square kilometers. Now let's do the E part of this question. Here we have to find out the area of a square of side 35 meter. So area of the square is equal to side multiplied by side, and here side is equal to 35 meter. So 35 multiplied by 35 is equal to 1225 square meter. So children, this way we have come to the end of this exercise 17b. Now let's see what is our home assignment. So children, this is your home assignment. You have to do question number 4, question number 5, question number 6 and question number 7. And you have to do A and B part of each of these questions in your notebook in a very neat and clean handwriting. Now children, we have come to the end of this video lesson. I hope you have very well understood what do we mean by area of a closed figure and how do we find out the area of a rectangle as well as the area of a square. So now, thank you my dear student for watching the video lesson till the end. Keep watching, keep learning.